What's up guys, Just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to Daily Dose of Transfer Gossip. Today is Saturday, the 22nd of July. And I want to start today's episode off by saying a massive thank you to you guys because genuinely, there's so many of you that watch every single episode every single day. That means a lot. And there are so many of you guys that are so dedicated every single day again to watch my videos at like 7:30 AM or 8 AM or whatever time that is for you on your time zone, because some people even stay up to like 3:30 in the morning to watch them. But now, just before we get started, as always, if you show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: do you think PSG can pull off a double signing of Alexis Sanchez and Neymar? Let me know your answers down below in the comments section. But now, let's jump onto the confirmed deals. The very first one is a Brazilian centre-back called Everton going to FC Nuremberg from Sporting for £680,000. He's followed by Mavuba going to Sparta Prague, who are actually on FIFA 18. It's being confirmed now. I'm not sure if any other Czech Republic teams are, but as of right now, again, they are officially on there. But he's joined them from Lille for an undisclosed fee. And now we've got a player some people may recognise from QPR, as at Fowling, going to Cruz Azul in Mexico from a Getafe for an undisclosed fee. Then we got on to Izza going to Fenerbahce from Cagliari in Italy on a free transfer. Then we have got Stuani. I think last season scored an absolute stunner of a goal for Middlesbrough, but he's now left Borough to go to Girona FC in Spain for an undisclosed fee. Then we got to Daryl Murphy going to Nottingham Forest from Newcastle for an undisclosed fee. I think I read some of the other day, it's like £2 million, but again, not too sure. Then we got on to Fabian Schär, a Swiss centre-back going to Deportivo La Coruña in Spain from Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, again for an undisclosed fee. Seems to be a very, very common theme today. Then we got on to Darren Randolph going to Middlesbrough from West Ham. Last season I think it was their main goalkeeper, but now Joe Hart has come in and Adjan is now fully fit, so I'm pretty sure he's dropping down the pecking order. And to get first team football, to be fair, at Borough, he can get that. The two clubs have agreed a fee for him, and today he's expected to have a medical and to discuss personal terms. Then we go on to Jetro Willems go to Frankfurt in the Bundesliga from PSV for a rumoured fee of £4.25 million. It's probably about €5 million after conversion. They did seem to take their time announcing this one. I think last week he was actually having his medical, but now fully confirmed as officially a player. Then we move on to Manquillo, former of Liverpool, Marseille, Atletico Madrid, and also Sunderland. Today has joined Newcastle for a apparent fee of £4.25 million again, although most sites are sent undisclosed, and that is from Atletico Madrid. Then we move on to Kurt Zouma going on loan to Stoke City from Chelsea on a season-long loan deal, and before going out on loan, he signed a 6-year contract extension with Chelsea until 2023. He wasn't guaranteed first-team football at Chelsea, so going out on loan to Stoke City, it makes a hell of a lot of sense, and now has got a lot of time to prove himself, and I imagine in a few years' time with Chelsea regular. Then we've gone to Marcus Acuna going to Sporting in Portugal from Racing Club for a fee of £8.16 million. That's a very good team of season card this year, 90 rated with 94 pace and 94 dribbling. Then we move on to Kevin Stewart going to Hull City from Liverpool for £8 million, and in return, it's not actually part of the same deal, but Liverpool signed Andrew Robertson from Hull. The fee is also £8 million, so it's the same as Kevin Stewart, but there are £2 million in additional fees that could be fulfilled. Then we go on to the final one today, the final confirmed one. That is the full confirmation of Alvaro Morata becoming a Chelsea player on a 5-year contract, and the fee is £58 million plus £12 million additional fee, so in total, 70 mil. He is still very young, but at Chelsea I'm pretty sure he'll become a great striker for them, and the fee nowadays, it doesn't really matter. And now we've got to potential deals, and the very first one is at Guernsey Bernardeschi, and this also could be confirmed today. According to Damaso in Italy, Federico Bernardeschi is set to sign for Juventus, and the fee will be close to €40 million. That is from Fiorentina, and I'm pretty sure earlier on the transfer window, he was linked to move to the Premier League with, I think, Manchester United. Next up we go on to Riyad Mahrez, and according to BBC Sport today, Leicester City have officially rejected a bid from Roma for winger Riyad Mahrez. And now Sky Italia are saying Roma have now officially made an improved offer for Mahrez of £27 million. The first one itself was just 20. I think Leicester may reject that one. They may try and sell him a little bit cheaper to Roma instead, like Tottenham or Arsenal, just so it's not to another Premier League club. But 27 mil, I think in this market still, it seems very, very low. And now we've gone to Alexander Kolarov, and according to Independent today, and pretty much every single source, Kolarov has asked to leave Man City and is on the verge of a £6.3 million move to Roma. Sky Sports are saying the deal has been agreed between Roma and Man City for 5.8 mil instead of 6.3. And Guardiola has admitted he needs to sign 3 more defenders after Kolarov leaves the club. I know they're still after Benjamin Mendy, who does feature later on this episode, and Robertson is still rumoured to go to them, but other than that, I can't think of a third. And now a very short update for West Ham fans, and at Marko Arnautovic, so probably today it'll be fully announced and confirmed, but yesterday he passed his medical and signed a contract today. The total fee itself is at £25 or £26 million, 20 up front, the rest are additional fees. Then we got on to Papa and DA, linked to West Ham as well. According to Sky today, West Ham and Galatasaray are in talks to sign Senegalese midfielder DA from Turkish club Osmanlıspor and is currently valued at £10 million. And if he's got a similar card on FIFA 18, you can guarantee he'll be in so many starter teams, a lot of pace about him, and can play in centre midfield. Next up, we got on to Callum Chambers, and according to the Daily Telegraph today, Arsenal turned down an offer of £16 million from Crystal Palace for Callum Chambers, but talks though remain ongoing. I read somewhere it could cost them £20 million in total, and Frank de Boer, he does seem very confident. And now another player linked for a move away from Arsenal today is going to Jack Wilshere for the 3rd or 4th day in a row. First day it was Sampdoria, there's West Ham, but today, quite a strange one, Antalyaspor in Turkey. That is though if you believe the Daily Express, and they said Turkish club Antalyaspor are ready to meet Arsenal's demands for Jack Wilshere. Yesterday when he was into West Ham, the rumours were saying £20 million up front, and also on top of that, they have a buyback clause. The Daily Star though are saying Jack Wilshere is open to joining West Ham if a fee can be agreed with Arsenal. And if he does go to Antalyaspor, that badge and also England flag combo is pretty much perfect. And now another player linked to a move away from Arsenal today is going to be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So according to Sky, Chelsea is set to make a move for Oxlade-Chamberlain next week, and the Arsenal midfielder has told Arsene Wenger he'll not sign a new deal currently on offer. He has 1 year left in his current contract at Arsenal, and of course next season could be a free transfer, so they may want to get some money out of him, but to a title rival like Chelsea, I'm not sure if he'll do that, because about £25 million in this market, it's not very much. Arsene Wenger in interviews does seem very adamant that Oxlade-Chamberlain will stay at the club next season, we'll have to wait and see. And now finally a player linked to Arsenal today is going to be Barca's Rafinha, according to multiple sources. Arsenal have offered the chance to sign Rafinha from Barca. Sources close to the player believe Barca will listen to offers of more than €30 million. He doesn't really get much first team football at Barca, which is very understandable. He can play centrally or out wide on the right. And next up, according to The Independent, Chelsea manager Antonio Conte is interested in Swansea City striker Fernando Llorente. He wants him as a backup option to Alvaro Morata, but Swansea want £30 million. I know I mentioned just a second ago how fees in this market, they don't really matter, but for £30 million for a 32-year-old striker, I know he gets guaranteed goals, but for 30 mil, I can't see it happening. And it also doesn't make too much sense to me because Chelsea already have Batshuayi, who rarely plays either. Next up, we've gone to Seri. It's not just about him though, it's about a player not on FIFA Ultimate Team this year, but he plays for the same club being Nice. Chelsea, Barcelona and Real Madrid are trying to sign Nice centre-back Malang Sarr, who's got a £36 million release clause. He's only 18 years old and has already been watched by Arsenal. And now a couple of conflicting stories about SERGE AURIER as potential next club. So first up, according to The Independent, who featured a lot so far this episode, Manchester United have turned their attention to PSG right-back SERGE AURIER after struggling to strike a deal with Monaco for Fabinho. Now a lot of people may be wondering why Fabinho is in the same question as Aurier, because Fabinho last season did play as a CDM, but season before that I believe he plays a right-back. Now to my understanding, United are currently in for a CDM, so Aurier, I'm not sure if they're still in for a right back or not because Valencia, he had a very good season last year. There are rumours saying Darmian could be leaving United, so maybe it could be tied into that. And the second article is according to Telefoot. It says Tottenham have open discussions with PSG to sign SERGE AURIER, with Inter Milan also in the race. So it looks like he's a very wanted man this summer, and for FIFA, it would be pretty damn good. Next up we go on to Mamadou Sakho, and according to Football España today, Sevilla may make a move for out-of-favour Liverpool centre-back Mamadou Sakho. The Frenchman is a Roma and Crystal Palace target, but the Spanish side have emerged as his latest potential suitors. However, they are unlikely to pay the €30 million or £26.9 million asking price from Liverpool, meaning a loan move could be on the cards. It says £26.9 million, but I'm pretty sure to Palace, we're still asking for 30. And next up we got some breaking news from L'Équipe. Man City and Monaco have reached a €57.5 million agreement for the transfer of Benjamin Mendy. Subject to a medical, he'll become the world's most expensive defender. Next up, we've gone to Diego Costa. According to Daily Star today, Diego Costa could join AC Milan on loan before leaving Chelsea for Atletico Madrid in January. There were reports saying Costa doesn't want to go out on loan, he wants to go straight to Atletico and wait the 6 months until he can play. And in fact, Antonio Conte said yesterday he knew Costa would be leaving the club back in January. And if you look at it, Costa's form dropped off massively after January. It could be a coincidence, or it might not be. Next up, we've gone to Virgil van Dijk and a massive news update regarding him. New Southampton manager Mauricio Pellegrino has the Liverpool target Van Dijk is training on his own. And a quote from him does say, "The boy says he's not available to play because he wants to leave. I don't want to say too much, we need the player, but 100%, this is the question." Every single news outlet are saying Van Dijk has got his heart set to move to Liverpool, despite interest from Chelsea, Man City and Arsenal. Van Dijk will be training at Southampton's training ground next week alone, whilst every other player jets off to France. And when asked how long the situation could carry on like this, and if nothing changes, what will happen, Pellegrino said, "I don't know." And this article came out a few hours after Paul Joyce, who's a very reliable Liverpool journalist, said Liverpool are still keen to sign Van Dijk and don't have any other alternatives. And Van Dijk actually follows Paul Joyce on Twitter, which I find pretty strange. And another player linked to Liverpool is going to Naby Keita, so apparently Keita's mood has changed at Leipzig's camp since Liverpool's second bid was rejected, because he's got his heart set on a move to Anfield. And like Van Dijk, Keita has been training on his own lately, but it's not because of a strike, he has actually currently picked up an injury. It's only a small injury, but according to reports again, Liverpool now ready to make a third and final offer for Naby Keita, £75 million overall, 40 million up front. Liverpool feel that could finally be enough to persuade Leipzig, who so far have been completely unmoving in their stance. And the reason Leipzig may now consider this one is because Keita wants to move himself, and they probably don't want to keep an unhappy player, but he also has a release clause next summer for like £48 million. And next up, we've got Alexis Sanchez linked to move to PSG yet again, according to Canal Sport. Sanchez is currently in a Paris hotel, finalising a contract with PSG. Even if Sanchez agrees personal terms with PSG, it could be pretty pointless if Arsenal block any sell, as appears to be the plan. And the Daily Mirror are saying PSG are offering Arsenal £70 million for Sanchez and offering Sanchez himself £400,000 per week. And we end today's episode on another update regarding Neymar and at Paris Saint-Germain. Various different sources are saying Neymar is on the verge of joining PSG, his agreed terms, and the transfer is almost complete, he'll pay his clause. Now where it says buy out his clause, well that does mean he buys out the rest of his contract. I think a couple of days ago in fact, Wesley Sneijder, he done it himself with Galatasaray, so it's pretty similar to that one. Obviously on a much larger scale, and I think PSG could probably pay him back. PSG still have to pay £195 million for Neymar, but Neymar himself has to also pay a little bit. The keeper are saying PSG are offering Neymar a 5-year contract worth €30 million a year, and according to a site called Paris United, who apparently so far this summer have been very reliable, they said Neymar will definitely join PSG. And Le Parisien are saying Neymar has told Barca teammates he wants to move to PSG. And finally, a newspaper in Spain called Sport are reporting PSG could pay Neymar's release clause early next week. The Brazilian would then leave the Barca training camp in the USA and join up with PSG. And just imagine PSG this summer could sign Alexis Sanchez and Neymar in one window. But that is going to be the final one for today's video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, we're down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, do you think PSG can sign Neymar and Sanchez in this summer transfer window? So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.